Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, I want to take you through what I have planned for this theater. And then once I get done talking to you guys about that, I'm going to put up some triple black velvet on this wall, which is going to be the screen wall. And if I have enough, which I probably don't, I'm going to put some on this back wall. So I've been in this place now for just over a month. Obviously, nothing has been done to the theater because I've just been super busy moving in and, of course, working my full time job. So I haven't been able to get to the theater yet. So I've also been kind of racking my mind thinking about what I want to do with this space because even though lengthwise it is the same length, no, sorry, width-wise, it is the same width as my old theater. It's 15 feet across from wall to wall, which is good. However, the sad part is from back here to there is only 13 feet. So unfortunately, that means a few things. One, it means just obviously a smaller theater, and then the projector, the image is not going to be as big, which kind of sucks. But still going to have the same screen size, but the projected image on it is going to be a little small. So that sucks, but you make do with what you have, and I don't know how long I'm going to be in this space, so I got to get creative and just take what I can get. So that being said, too, because I don't know how long I'm going to be here, I need to get creative because I do not want to paint this space, even though I do have permission. If I stay here for a year or even 2 years, I don't want to have to repaint this. So uh, and obviously in the last theater I did triple black velvet, and that is a really good look, and it helps to draw your eyes to the screen, and it also helps to give you an improved perceived contrast ratio. So there's no downside to that. I was always going to do a triple black velvet on the screen side. Things that changed was I'm also going to do it on this side because it makes sense, and that triple black velvet is relatively inexpensive. So triple black velvet is also going on this side. However, what I'm going to do is I saw another channel. Someone built these very interesting. They're not acoustic panels because there's no absorption, but they look like acoustic panels. But it's basically just a very simple frame, and then they stretch some fabric over. So it's basically a way to get kind of fabric walls, but with none of these sound absorption properties. Granted, it would technically absorb a little bit of sound, but not like actual true dedicated sound absorption panels like these that I've built. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be finding a dark gray material, kind of like a slate gray. I'm going to all my local fabric stores and trying to find just the right color and the right texture that I like. And then I'm going to buy just enough to cover this wall. But it's just going to be this part, this slanted part, which I originally was going to do. That would just kind of be a pain to hang and take way more time than I want. So triple black velvet is also going up here too. So from this slanted part all the way across, that's also getting triple black velvet. So there's going to be a lot of triple black velvet in this theater. Same with this part right here. So all that triple black velvet, and then these walls are going to have these custom made fabric panels. And then I'm still going to be putting up my acoustic panels. As you know, or if you're new to the channel, then you don't know that 4 of my acoustic panels that I made actually house my KEF THX in-wall loudspeakers. So those are still going up. But in this theater, I'm probably only going to put up either 3 panels per wall or just the 2 panels with the speakers in them. And then with mounting the speakers, again, because I don't know how long I'm going to be here and I don't want to do damage that I'm going to have to then repair, I have to get creative. And I'm going to come up with either some type of extruded aluminum system with the T-slot, or a different type of aluminum system that I can just screw into the studs and then run that across, and then that'll allow me to hang my speakers, which are my LCRs are the for anyone new to the channel, the KEF THX in-wall 3160 loudspeakers. So these are the higher end version than what's in there. So this is pretty high up on their tier list. There's only, I want to say 2 or 3 models above this. So these speakers are incredible. And this is just a custom made MDF cabinet I made for them. And they're spec'd out to give it the optimal bass response. So the optimal, basically, cabinet enclosure space that they said that they wanted, the cubic volume. Those are made to that spec. And I didn't really pay too much attention to the way it looks because they're always going to be behind a screen, so I don't really care that they're kind of ugly, but yeah, the box is ugly itself, nothing fancy, but the front of the speaker is just beautiful. Anyways, getting off track here. But they're quite heavy. They're an all aluminum baffle, and they are very heavy, and then the MDF cabinet enclosure I made for them makes it extra heavy. So it's going to have to be a very sturdy, rigid system to be braced and screwed directly into the studs that runs across, and then with the weight of 3 of those, which I don't have the weight off the top of my head, but then in the editing process I'll put the weight of all 3 with the cabinets on there, so you guys can get an idea of how much these things weigh. So again, I'm thinking extruded aluminum T-slot or some other type of aluminum extrusions, something like that. I don't really want to go with steel, but maybe I will. I don't know. If anyone has any suggestions about different things that they've used or something that they think I should use that will allow me to just simply screw into the studs, but then run across here so it's minimally invasive. Let me know down in the comments, or feel free to go to my email address that's on my main channel. You can find that there, but I have some options as far as online, but with the lengths I would need, it would have to be shipped freight, and shipping freight it's not an option. I'm not going to spend $200 to possibly $600 to have them ship it across country, and where I am so far, I've yet to find a supplier. I'm in the Pacific Northwest, so I'm up for suggestions if any of you have any idea of what I can use. So that's the idea. And then the AV rack is going to go into this closet, which also doubles as my actual closet. This place that we're in is pretty small, so this is my closet, and my girlfriend's closet is in the main master bedroom. But I'm probably going to move these sets of clothes and put the rack right here. So all the wires, everything is going to be run into here and then out into the rest of the room. The projector is going to be going on a shelf and a custom enclosure that I had in the old theater. It's just going to be a slightly different configuration, or basically 2 theaters ago, if you guys remember that video. Link in the description to that. It's going to be basically that system where it's on a shelf, but it's enclosed in an enclosure where it's enclosed in its own casing, which allows for it to be cooled because I attached 2 fans to it. So there's a fan that pulls in cold air this way, I believe. It sucks it in this way, and then it exhausts the hotter air out of here. So that's how, even without fans, it has its own fan system in here where it's pulling in fresh air here, and it's circulating and pulling out the hot air here. So I have another fan that's on this enclosure that helps to blow more of that air this way and then suck the air out that way. So that will be going on this wall, a dead center, of course. So overall, that is the plan for the theater. I will then have this black rug, which is pretty large, which will take up the majority of the theater flooring, so that'll make it look nice and dark in here. I'm not going to be painting the ceiling because, again, don't want to have to repaint it when I move out. But overall, I'm extremely excited to see how this theater turns out and get back to watching movies and TV shows with my girlfriend. It's definitely something I've been missing because I haven't been able to do that for about 2 months now. because the moving out process was crazy, as you guys know. So yeah, all right, let's go. Okay, guys, I think this is about as far as we're gonna get. The triple black velvet that I had on hand was for my other theater, which was 15 feet across and 7 foot 7 inch tall ceilings. One of the pieces worked quite well, as you can see, this piece right here. And I did have another piece that worked very well for this slanted part. And I just need to do some cleaning up over there. But I have another piece which might work to go across here, but I'm gonna have to accommodate for this slanted part. So I'm gonna have to cut some. So I have a bunch of random pieces that I think I will use to just sacrifice to make up the parts over here. If my camera would focus, the parts over there where it slants to where it meets the top part of the window. So I'm just gonna have to sacrifice some of these shorter odd pieces to make up for this curvature. I mean, not curvature, but the slant right here. Which is fine. Triple black velvet, it's not terribly expensive, especially if you can get it on sale, which it almost always is, at least where I get it from. And I'll have to take some measurements to get enough triple black velvet for this, and then I will have to go to the store and get some for the back wall and that small little portion. So I definitely have some random pieces that will fit that, no problem. But yeah, the back is going to get completely covered, but I need to go buy more because I don't have enough. And then I need to take one of these pieces, put it up. But again, I have to accommodate for the cut. So I was trying to avoid cutting into these and keeping them nice and rectangular, but that's why I haven't put up the other piece yet. These are probably going to come down and get moved somewhere else, but yeah, didn't get as far as I would have liked, but that's okay. And I'm hoping in the next video I will have the triple black velvet on hand to finish this wall, this back wall, and this part right here. And then I will hopefully have had the time to find the gray fabric that I want to stretch over the wood frames to cover this portion of the wall right here and this portion right here. As you can see, Manager Bowie decided to come join me. And Ray, assistant to the regional manager. Hi. Yeah. He says, you didn't get enough work done, Dad. I know. So, that's what I have planned for the next video, is hopefully finishing all the triple black velvet on the back wall, this part right here, and the front, of course, picking out the fabric and making the frames stretching the fabric over it, and then mounting it, which will also be in a video, of course, probably the next one. And then I will work on getting the speakers mounted and hopefully finding some type of metal system that will allow me to attach from this back wall to that back wall to the studs though, and allow me to hang my ceiling speakers, my Dolby Atmos speakers. And the nice thing about this place, at least compared to the old theater, is that the old theater had really, really low ceilings. That was the only really bad thing about it. And it was 7 foot, 7 inches. This one, I think, is closer to 10 feet. Yeah, 10 feet looks about right. I'll measure it, and then in the edit, I will put it in the video, exactly the height of the theater ceiling, but that'll make for better placement for the Dolby Atmos speakers, because in the low ceilings that I had in the other theater, it did kind of almost get in the way. Actually, it did get in the way of the projector. So on my screen in the corners, you'd see a small shadow. So that's nice that I'm not going to have to deal with that in this theater, but it would be nicer if this theater were a little bit longer. But you know what? Again, you make do with what you got, especially if you love a hobby enough. Okay, guys, but if you like this type of content, these home theater build videos, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Please comment and make any suggestions you might have, suggestions for metal type of system that I can use to hang these really heavy speakers across the fronts for the LCRs and across the 2 walls here to hang 4 Dolby Atmos speakers from. Again, I'm thinking T-slot aluminum extrusions or something like that in steel or aluminum, but the goal is to keep it really low cost and to be able to get it locally in the Pacific Northwest. I don't want to ship it freight. It will be really, really expensive. So if you guys have any suggestions, please leave them down in the comments, because I do read every single comment and I enjoy your guys's critiques, your suggestions, your even criticism. It's all welcome here. I've been doing this for a long time, but you know, everyone can always learn, especially from a new situation, new room, new challenges. That's what's so great about the community we have here. So please leave me a comment, and please, if you have not already, I'm trying to hit the 5,000 subscriber mark. Please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out more than you could possibly know. And it's free, doesn't cost you anything. Just hit that subscribe button for me and you will be able to help me continue making more videos. And until next time, thanks for watching and happy listening. Bye.